Voila.
All righty.
All right. The fun stuff.
What up, y'all? Welcome back. Today is Taboo Tuesday. You know, we've been coming in here with some taboo, talking about everything, sex, relationships, mental health, regular health, just everything.
Mental
We're
health.
staying fit.
You got to keep it. You got
Shout out to Fit Vine.
keep it right, but also have fun.
Right, keep it tight. Cheers.
Cheers.
I got my girl, Miss Jamilya Burton here.
Hello.
And she was actually on one of the audios. The title was Abstinence and Sex, How Does It Affect Your Mental Health? And we had a really good conversation because I had a lot of questions for her. She answered them thoroughly. And me, her, and Kay Mendez just had a really good talk, chopping it up, kind of figuring out where we were going from that point. So it's been, what, like 8 months maybe?
Yeah. Oh, but
It was like,
it's
was that
November.
last summer?
No. It was November.
It was November?
It was around November. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. So, I grew a lot since
See?
November.
She's been connecting with down there, right here, and now we're in alignment and we're going.
So I had to bring her back on because when you hear this lady speak, it's just like Jesus is coming through mixed with Dr. Phil.
Jesus is Dr. Phil.
Mixed with Tyler Perry. I don't know.
That's a quite the person. Quite the person.
So how you been?
Life, it's so interesting because Mercury's in retrograde, first of all.
Can you explain to everyone what Mercury retrograde is?
Okay, so basically it's just energy being shifted. So it's like an influx of energy. So wherever you are in your life, it's going to like catapult more energy. So some people see it as like, I don't like the word negative, but negative because they're shifted off of their daily track. And as
because you could go left or right.
Yes.
You could be going to a better place or you could be going to a negative space.
Depending on how you are aligned in your life.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So you just got to be aware and cautious and then move in the direction that's going to serve your better purpose.
So with this retrograde, what did you feel shifting?
Okay. So and I don't know exactly what zodiac, because each retrograde is like attached to a zodiac sign. I'm not sure exactly which, or I was sure, but I forgot which.
Are we in Gemini or something?
No, so that's the season that we're in. But I believe the retrograde is like centered around Pisces.
Okay.
Maybe Pisces or Sagittarius. Don't get me.
I'm a Sag.
Ooh.
Sag.
And we all know how Sagittarius. They're the Casanova of the zodiac. No, but that being said, like basically it's going to me, any type of influx of energy is helping you, depending on how you're taking it. First of all, I think that everything in life helps us. So why usually people ask like, why is this happening to me, not for me? So if you look at life like that, this specific retrograde is trying to pull out whatever. Let's say if in January you started, let's say, a fitness plan. By March, you saw that goal, you saw that number. April, you're on it. And then June, here we are in our retrograde, and you're getting tested on whatever that initial goal was to try to like push you towards it. So it's going to go all the way to.
So you're just going to get like pizza in your face? Or
pizza, basically, that's the analogy. Pizza dangling and on a drunk night. And any time before you would have went to bed, you would have had some pizza, like some club soda, you would have woke up, you would have went to the gym. But now you're like, should I have that pizza? So it's trying to like really just like strengthen your foundation depending on how you take it.
Okay. Yeah, I never really understood. I just knew people were like, we're in retrograde. That's why everyone's going crazy.
And every retrograde has a different type of energy that's pulling, but it's definitely a shift, like an influx of energy.
I just think it's so crazy how I never recognized energy when I was younger because, I don't know, I feel like you have to get out of here with your breath.
The pups are in the back.
You look like you're about to pass out. So I feel like when I was growing up, nobody ever like had this positive, no one ever had a positive mentality regardless. Everyone was miserable. They were stuck in their own traumas, but no one ever talked to me about mental health or positivity or the energy and how it's real, how you can feel it on people, you know? And I think now looking back, like I was a black cloud for a lot of my life, even though I was always like going and I was always getting my shit done. I still had that like inside things that I didn't deal with. So it always caused me to be just more of like a abrasive person. And now when people are like, you're abrasive, I'm like, bitch, I came so far. Like I am not.
No, you know what? I definitely think that it's a shift, like as a people, and I'm gonna say as a digital people, because I know some people like that we don't even that aren't documented somewhere in like the rainforest. They're like, we've been living our best lives and y'all let technology come in. But I definitely see as a people, like we're in like a up and coming, like we're into like our energies and channeling our chakras and enlightenment and frequencies. Like now you can like pull up frequency charts and stuff like that. So I definitely think that we're evolving. This is me being.
But you know, you're like one of the first people I met that was talking about manifestations.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. That's why I was like, I got to bring you back because you were talking some shit and I didn't understand it all when you were telling it to me, but now I understand it more because now I'm in it, you know, and now I'm like manifesting things and they're just coming to fruition. And you're like, damn, I really like, I can just do this shit by telling myself and it happens. Like, what the fuck? So now it's like, okay, let's keep doing it. Let's keep telling ourselves that we are all these things.
Be very, very careful because I feel like
specific.
You are the art. Yes. You're specific. We are the architects to our lives. We create them. So with that being said, everything, you are in control of it. So just be very cautious. I mean, what you speak, I think to first control your mouth, but then control your mind. Once you control your mind, now you're on fire. You're on fire.
And that's a struggle for everybody to be able to literally
mental health.
Right. That's the mental health part of it because I mean, you can not say shit all you want, but are you actually telling yourself that you're not that type of person? Like, are you telling yourself that you're successful or are you telling yourself that you're not going to make it?
Or you're comparing yourself.
Right.
I feel like we all do it. We all do it to some degree, especially with social media. And I feel like, you know, we talked about this before, like our team, like who is around you, who is like helping you shift the way, like my girlfriend, like I'm so gracious for her. I'm so gracious for my boys because even when I do compare myself, whoa, what are you doing? You're on your own different path. Like you're on your own different, like, you know, journey. And then I guess one thing that has really helped me personally in comparisons is asking myself at the end of the day, am I happy? Because that's I feel like the whole purpose of any type of thing is happiness. Happiness, joy. Joy is of one of the highest frequencies.
Yeah, because I was saying, because I feel like we chase happiness, right? We're always chasing happiness. We're like, all right, what do I have to do to be happy? Do I have to be with this person? Do I have to make this? Do I have to have this job? Do I have to, you know, buy these things or whatever? But I feel like now that I'm more awakened, I feel like for me, happiness is like all these things that I'm doing on a daily basis make me happy. So me taking the time to ground myself, that makes me happy long term. Me taking the time to take my spiritual bath or just take a walk or lay in my fucking bed.
Self-love.
Right? Self-care, self-love. That all that together is kind of what creates happiness. Because you can't chase that happy because like happy is such a broad thing, you know? And so people are always like, why are you so happy? And I'm like, well, really, I'm sure of myself. I love myself. I'm grounded and I'm present. So that's why I'm
where
happy.
It starts with.
Right.
That's what anything starts with, is, you know, their self-love, their just knowing, like she said, that you're happy within yourself. And then everything else. And if you look at like frequencies, like, so if you talk about energy levels and frequencies and vibrations, right? Some of the top vibration, I want to see it's enlightenment, but right underneath that is joy, which is happiness. So when you're operating at that level, everything else falls into place. Whether it's friends, whether it's how you measure success or how success is measured. But if you're at a top tier frequency.
I just think it's like crazy how when I started trusting the universe, good things started coming to me, right? I started making more money. I started meeting people. I started just feeling like more emotionally available to my friends and my family. I started helping others with their healing. Like, it goes so deep that it's like, who's going to stop that pattern of trauma, right? So we all have traumas in our life, whether it's generational curses of poverty, abuse, addiction, whatever it is. So I'm trying to break all them shits, right? But they have to be open to want to learning those things too. So now, like my mom, I never thought I would fucking ever be talking to her about certain things that I'm talking to her about, you know, like I'm a little bit like her therapist now. She's telling me things and I'm like, wow, that makes a lot of sense because this happened growing up and maybe it's because of these things that you didn't deal with as a parent. So I feel like as kids, we're always taking on that energy from our parents and what they think we're supposed to take on. Like, it's not my fault that your whole family was broke and now we grew up broke and now I'm supposed to be broke my whole life.
We don't know
financial literacy.
We don't know. We're not literate.
Ain't nobody told me shit, right?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody even told me to save $1. My nephew, I love him. He's 18. This motherfucker saving every check. He said, I'm putting money aside because I want to do this, and this. I said, I am so fucking proud of you because ain't nobody teach me that shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So she's got her amethyst now. And that's what she says she uses to not kill people at work.
Oh, okay. Okay, she got her crystal healing.
So so you know I'm on the crystals and shit too.
Yes,
so
I see you.
I was
got this cool one in my pocket.
What you got? It's such a big ass rock. You can't even see that shit.
I got a bag.
She pulled out the bag of rocks.
My mother actually brought me this.
Ooh.
Right.
First day of Gay Pride Month.
There we go. There we go. Yes.
Is this the EMF thing?
So that's literally like almost
all
every
like the chakras.
The chakras.
Okay.
And that's amethyst at the top.
What's this one?
Okay.
Because we got root, crown, throat. The throat one is the one.
This is your heart.
Heart, sacral.
Sacral. Third eye.
Third eye, then root.
No, the crown.
Crown.
This is crown at the top.
Okay.
So if you flip it this way.
Gotcha.
If you start, that's the head, and then it goes down.
Isn't that so crazy though? How like, because I would have been like a year ago, I'd have been like, you buying me rocks, right?
You know what? I give my friends crystals. They're like, did you get us some rocks? I'm like, you know what? But you know, life is about perception and like we're human beings. Like, what's wrong with a rock? You know, some of the best times of my life is when I've been able to go lay out on a rock. I went to Utah and I laid out and fell asleep on a rock for 2 hours and I had a life.
Because you don't realize like we're supposed to be grounding ourselves.
We're supposed to be
right?
grounding ourselves.
So that's why I say like walk barefoot.
Yeah.
Get on some concrete, bitch. You ain't gonna die. Put your kids, get some immunity in their system because everyone want to bubble boy their fucking kids and then wonder why they get sick. So, I mean, I just been really in, and ever since I started doing shrooms, like microdosing them,
girl,
bitch, I'm like,
girl,
I be seeing some shit.
She knows the secrets to the universe. Let me tell you, and I don't want to say if I don't know anything. I may or may not know about mushrooms, but I've heard from a certain person. I'm not going to say who that person was. That they saw the hieroglyphics in the ground when they were high off, or what is it, rolling? What is it, tripping? Experimenting? Whatever the name you call for being high off mushrooms. I
guess it's a trip, yeah.
Yeah. But that really helps you expand.
I mean, seriously, like I would like, again, everything that I'm doing now, like a year or two ago, I would have never done. It's just not something I grew up with. I was always like, I don't want to hallucinate, you know? But like for pain, you take a little microdose, zero pain, literally, like gone.
And these are all, it's amazing how these are all things, we're talking about things that are plants.
Right.
We're talking about plants.
Plants over pills.
That's
what we promote.
It's amazing. Our system, everything is designed like in the lab. The things that like are designed in the labs are meant to emulate things that we're designed to
Can y'all hear us? Because I want to make sure.
It's a volume good. Can I hear?
Yeah, well, one time I was fucking on live making margaritas and no, they couldn't hear me. They were just watching me. They're like, yo, we can't hear you. Finally, someone like wrote in it. And I'm like, all right, look, can I go to your phone? Can you go on the link and see?
Let's see.
Dance Fit Experiences in the house. Hey. Oh, we can hear us.
Okay.
What up, Unc? Say hi to Unc. He gets nervous.
Hi, Unc. Hey.
So welcome back. We're talking about mental health, spirituality.
Which I feel is linked.
Oh, hey, viral hip hop.
Ooh.
What up, Samant? Big Bob, what up? I haven't seen you in a minute.
Jamming?
So yeah, we're talking about basically I have Jamel Burton here, which is the queen of manifestation.
Oh, you good. She you know what? I'm gonna accept this spicy.
Bitch, how many people you know like you? From home. How many people you know like you back home?
My mom.
Your mom's as happy as you?
My mom is like so I feel like she had to break a lot of like generational lessons. I'm going to use that word. Break
Not
a lot of,
curses?
I'm going to
Okay.
use lessons, generational lessons. And she just like kind of like raised me to think freely. And that type of like guidance, like that's my truth. Like it's so interesting for me personally, especially nowadays, to have any type of like superhero that I don't know. So I feel like she's my superhero because I can imagine the type of stuff that she went through.
Right.
So that like I feel like in order to shift your life, you have to be gracious. And just to have that type of like idol in my life, kind of like shifted my mindset. And then
So were you always this?
oh, so I didn't think I was. My friend said I had personality dysmorphia. You know, we were like, I thought I was. She's like, you are nothing but. I'm thinking, I'm like,
You
no,
quiet? No,
quiet.
Miss, not quiet.
I'm like, oh, wow.
Oh, thank you for sharing it. Smoking on, I don't know, Jack Herrera and lemon skunk or something. I said, what you been doing? He said, been busy dropping these pounds.
Hey, you better look, get that fit vine in.
I thought you were talking about weed, but maybe talking about.
Oh, if you were,
Whatever.
I'm
Either
sorry.
way, cheers. We got both.
Yes.
Jamel Burton, owner of Dance Fit Experiences, guys.
You want to push happiness and joy and love. You know what?
Cardio and cocktails.
Cardio and cocktail
And positivity.
And positivity. I'm on that high frequency. But girl, I feel like love, for me, that's one of my life purposes, is to love. Like I knew, like I told you, I want to marry people. I want to marry people. I love love. I feel like it helps.
Oh, you mean you want to be a minister?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. For weddings. So if you
if you need an aficionado, Jamila's there.
No, I think that is very important because as we talked about relationships, I feel like a lot of times we depend on any type of relationship to kind of be our happiness, whether it's maternal, whether it's platonic, whether it's romantic, or whether we are like maternal being both ways, we're the mother or, you know, from our mothers, we're depending on that for our happiness. And I feel like love first starts with self.
Oh, remember you said that to me? He was like, I love love. And I was like,
love. It's so healing.
Right. And he was like, why are you
so
looking like that?
It's so
Because
healing.
when you grow up without love, I feel like you don't. I feel like sometimes, like, as much of an independent bitch as I am, and as much as I love myself, sometimes I feel like I don't know how to handle being put in other situations that involve love because I didn't see it growing up. Like I had it, but I also had to fend for myself. So it's like, at what level do I accept somebody and be like, damn, I love you, you know? And that's why my friends are like my family, because I don't have family. Like I don't fuck with my family because ain't nobody there except to pull me down. So I'm I got to get out of here because y'all are stuck in these patterns and you're comfortable being stuck there. You're comfortable being broke and you can't fucking do shit. You comfortable fucking letting somebody put their hands on you. You comfortable fucking doing drugs every day and wondering why your life ain't changing. Like I'm not comfortable with that. So now I got to remove myself, right? And then who do I go to talk to? Because they ain't nobody. I don't have nobody, right? Right. So my whole life, I was just always fending for myself, independent. And all my relationships that I had, whether it was sexual, romantic, friendships, family, it was very like walled up. Like I could be your best friend, but like you still don't know really about me. Like you don't even know why I'm like this kind of thing, you know? So now in the past year, which it's crazy how a year can change. Because last year I was fucking looking for dick. And now I'm like, I don't even need it if you ain't gonna fucking connect with me on all levels that I'm looking for. If we ain't on this spiritual, emotional, physical, financial level that we can all match each other, like why am I gonna fucking give you my pussy? Right? So and we was talking about that too in the thing when we were talking about abstinence, and I said, bitch, how the fuck you just don't get dick for so long? And I'm like, I get it. I totally fucking get it. Because what the fuck what happened with all those people? Not a goddamn thing. Right? And what, did I feel any better? No. So you know,
it's like that 10-second that like you get that little, you know, orgasmic. You
get off and then you're like, all right,
and then you're like,
get out.
What did I really? What did I really receive? No, I mean, that's beautiful though.
Strippers and blow kind of guys. Okay. Hey, we could bring you to a day in AC.
You might get a little bit more than that in AC too. No, that's beautiful though. I mean, that's evolution. Right. That's enlightenment, and that's higher than everything.
I feel so elevated. It's crazy. So now everyone's like, "What? You have no choice but to be that way if you're around me, because I'm not going to let you bring me down, but I can bring you up, but
you'll attract that also."
Right. And that's what I learned. Like, I'm only going to attract the good energy, because the bad one, like, I'm not even going to let it in my space, because now I know what it feels like. And
they're not going to want to be in your
space. It's blocked. I got this bubble. I had this happy bubble around me. Can't fucking break my shit.
Yeah, I mean, people, I feel like when you're at that vibration, it will automatically align, because people who are not don't, you know, you want to be with like-minded individuals at the end of the day. So if you're a frequency, they're gonna be like, oh, okay.
Well, that's like friends. Like, what are you doing for each other? You know, like, and it's not selfish. It's like, what the fuck are you doing for me? Are we helping each other out emotionally or mentally, or, you know what I mean? Are you there for me when I need you, or are we just chilling, going out drinking, and that's it? You know? So I just love that I've built those relationships over the last decade plus with the people that I still fuck with. Shout out to y'all. You know who you are. I love you. You guys have helped me more than you know, probably. And that's why I'm like, the next person's we gotta be on that same page.
And that's is beautiful, because also what I was thinking about in my dating years, first of all,
I love men.
Let me put this shout out to men. Let me just give a shout out to men. Shout out to that masculine, protecting, even if it's masculine, it could be feminine, whatever that, but that male energy that is protecting, providing, you know, just like strong, that shows strength. I am so gracious for you. Even if you love women just as much as I love men, I get it. I'm just not throwing my thing all over their place, but I get it. But I'm appreciative for that energy. And I don't know where I was going for this.
You got contact already?
I don't know where I was going with this. Oh no, I think I was talking about like my years and like dating and stuff like that, and learning lessons. You know, at first, if I would have attracted my husband 5 years ago, he would not want to be my husband, because I wasn't ready. Like, and I'm still learning myself, and I feel like all these men have taught me. Like, that's why I'm very gracious for them, because I'm like, oh, I'm not going to say anybody's name, so I'm going to just put somebody else name. Oh, damn. I talk to somebody with that name. I never
just call him John Doe.
John Doe. Okay, so John Doe was very successful. He held the door. It's this John Doe.
John Doe,
John Doe 1. John Doe 2 was passionate. John Doe 3 was patient. So all these different people, like, you know, really just helped me, you know, help me align them with myself, learning self-love in myself. And one of the self-love doesn't always have to be just a facial. Self-love is me not working out because my body is tired. That's a form of self-love. Me realizing that I'm overeating and I'm not, or me realizing that I need to eat because I'm hungry, or me staying in the house and not going out with my actual friends because I'm tired. That's a form of self-love. So me actually taking care and listening to myself, like, I want to work for myself, and no matter what, that's self-love. That's the form of, so me learning all these different forms of self-love is, I think, essential.
And I learned from Kay. I think Kay was talking about it, how, shout out to Kay Mendez. you sometimes like self-love isn't just about you. Like so other people need to help you with that self-love, right? And you're going to learn from them. And not everyone is meant to be in your life forever. And I think that's a hard thing for me to grasp.
A reason, a season, or a lifetime.
Right. Because I'm like, oh, you in it? We in it. Let's do it. Like, the fuck. Oh, now you want, like, I don't even want to be mentally fucked, right? Like, so it's hard to realize that some people, they're just going to be there and they're going to teach you a lesson. And then you got to figure out what that lesson is. 100%. And you have to find the positive in every situation that comes out negative, or else that's where your mental health is going to decline. So you got to stay on top. Like, what did I learn from that? Okay, I learned what the fuck I didn't want, or maybe I learned that I can handle this. Maybe I learned that I can be in a relationship. You know what I mean? Things like that. And you was telling me, you was yelling at us last time because you said we did a whole 1.5-hour session on affirmations.
I didn't know I yelled. First of all, I thought that.
Well, she wasn't yelling. She was talking.
I was talking
like,
loud.
You guys think I'm yelling. Look, she's talking. I'm like, I'm talking. You really talking. People be like, you yelling. I'm like, I'm just from Jersey.
I know. I'm like, damn. Like, I'm projecting. I'm passionate. But
so,
continue.
We were talking about me and Kay were saying the things we don't want. You said, well, what don't you want in a man? I said, I don't want this. I don't want that. I don't want this, blah, 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 blah. And she said, we just did a whole 1.5 hours. And y'all still tell me what the fuck you don't want. How about you talk about what you do want? How about you talk about that you want somebody successful, that you want somebody emotionally available? Like, you got to put those things out into the universe. And this bitch had her whole husband is on. You got a book? You got it written?
He is. That man. No, but I feel like 9 times out of 10, if we ask, that's how we're programmed now. Like 9 times out of 10, we know what we don't want. So we attract what we don't want.
Right.
We know what we don't want. Instead of like, and even with me, like constantly working, constantly. I told my girlfriend, I said, I'm happy to be alive. So I'm constantly working on myself. Tell me, I trust you. Tell me how I can be better. And even with this retrograde, you know, I'm all into this energy. And I was literally like, I can feel a shift. So for me, I'm on my, I guess I've realized I'm on an Eat, Pray, Love tour of my life. And I can feel like the shift with my company, with what city I'm going to, and I can feel it with releasing certain things and rising up to the next ones. And I can just constantly, now it's my mind, like, I think they said it takes 30 seconds for a thought to become a manifestation.
Wow.
So you can Google it. So it's something like 30 seconds. So within the first 10 seconds of me creating a manifestation, I'm like, girl, what do you want? Focus on what you want. Focus. So in that 10 seconds into something that I know that is not serving me purpose, I'm already trying to reshape what I'm thinking. And this is something that I've constantly been working on for the past 3 years now. Like, I think I'm more so aware of it now, but my mind becoming idle and creating the what if scenario.
But do you feel like now that you're 3 years into your journey that you think differently than in the beginning? Like, because in the beginning, you don't really know if it's going to happen, right? You start believing it, but then you see things, you're like, okay, but then you're like, how much more could really happen, right? Because I'm already successful. Like, now what else could happen? So you kind of doubt it a little, and that's where I think it goes down. Like, you can't be doubting yourself. Like, you got to have that shit in your head. Like, I'm going to be this. My business will be open by this date. We're going to be here. We touring here. Boom, boom, boom. And so now from 3 years in, do you feel like there's just so much more to learn as far as those manifestations and setting those intentions?
100%. I think that's why writing is so amazing, because it helps you realize your progress. I think it's
What up, Bam Bam Tweed? Thanks for coming over from Viral Hip Hop News. Shout out to y'all. Hip Hop News Uncensored, Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. We're talking about mental health. Men, women, we all need to talk about it. And if you think that you're too cool for it, that's on you. But I'm at the point in my 30s that I'm like, fuck this. We need to get over this childhood trauma. We need to get over these generational trauma patterns of everything. So we learning, we talking to Jamel Burton right now, Miss Manifestation herself.
I'm a
owner of Dance Fit Experiences.
The intersection of cardio and cocktails. And we are actually drinking some amazing.
Shout out to Fitvine.
Fitvine.
Thanks for the sponsor.
No, I definitely think that writing it down, and that's why stepping into the frequency of gratitude is so important, because once you step into that, you always are going to give thanks for what you have. And once you give thanks, you can realize how far you come. But it's just like anything in your life. I gotta drink. I can't drink a gallon of water yesterday, and I drink it today.
Consistency.
It's consistency.
Everything's about consistency.
It's nonstop. But it just, you learn how to, you become
Thanks,
inspired.
Subscribe.
Yes.
If y'all have any questions, or if you have anything that you want to talk about that you're working on, put it in the comments. You know, let it out.
Manifesting is powerful, or where you guys live. And first of all,
where y'all from?
No, this is true, because, you know, we're from the East Coast, and I feel like moving to Las Vegas has helped.
Oh, 100%.
And your
I would not be this fucking open if I was still living in Jersey. And no, I was thinking about that too, because everyone says the West Coast are, you know, they're hippies. They'd be like, everyone's slow as shit, which they are. They have no urgency to do nothing in business or driving. But everyone's so much more open to these ideas that it doesn't feel weird. So if I go home and I might talk like this to certain people, and they're like, damn, what the fuck? Like, where fuck happened to you? You know, like, but some people I talk to and they just accept it. And that's why I'm like, okay, cool. Whichever wants to accept it and I can help. I realized that I was such a selfish person my entire life, like to the point where
which is not a bad thing.
I had to survive. I had to survive. That's what I had to do. So I don't
you
give
had
a
to
fuck.
take care of yourself.
Right. So I didn't have no empathy for nobody else, because I'm like, are you going to take me off the streets? Are you going to pay my rent? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do certain things for certain things. So I got to work on myself and do this on my own, and no one's helping me. I'm a one woman team, right? When you get older, you learn, like, you need a team. You need people around you to help you out. So now it's like, I just lost my train of thought.
No, you were talking about like moving to the West Coast.
Oh, so West Coast people. Yeah. So I feel like I had so much growth here. I only been here 3 years, but even when I moved, I was still in that East Coast mentality. And so if you go start at the beginning of my videos and you go to the very beginning, you're going to see just insane growth and just even how I speak. And I'm just going to leave it up there, because it's like you seeing me grow from literally from nothing, starting my own business, starting my own podcast in my fucking house, buying all the equipment out of nowhere. Shout out to Viral Hip Hop News and Hip Hop News Uncensored for helping me out with all my ideas and helping me put it together from 3,000 miles away.
Teamwork.
We FaceTiming, trying to fucking do equipment and shit. I don't know what's going on. So the manifestation from that, and that was even before I was manifesting things. This was just like, oh no, I want to start my own business.
She wasn't conscious.
Right. Hey, there we go. Bam Bam's in Arizona. Going mentally ill on female ass cheeks.
Oh, okay.
Going dumb.
So is this because of the females aren't like, they just giving you the cooch and it's driving you crazy, or is no mental stimulation?
No, he's just trying to say that he's fucking a beast in bed.
Oh, see, she's the translator.
I'm the translator.
The translator. I didn't know.
Anyway, yes. So West Coast definitely more open, because they don't out here. It's like you got the mountains. People are hiking. People are going like on lakes and shit. It's like we were blessed to have been quarantined in the West Coast, in Vegas. We were blessed to have the weather. Space. The weather is for my mental health,
and just the space.
People say, "Oh, you're gonna move home?" No, I'm not. Why not? Because I have palm trees in my backyard. It's sunny every day. I don't have to guess. I can wear fucking whatever I want. Yeah. I've got to be bundled up in my fucking baby fat and my fucking Uggs.
And warming up your car and worrying about
hot water on the door. Nah.
Don't get me wrong, though. I am so gracious for the East Coast culture. That culture is just so mentally like just euphoric, like the music, the food, the shows, the people.
Because it's so different with dealing with people out here than back home. So I just went home for 2 weeks, and it's like great. My heart felt so full.
And it's so interesting because I'm about to go back home for 2 weeks. I think you need that 2 week summer little dip, that little. All right.
You got to get it because you just got to go get your food, see your people, and then it's like, all right, but I know that as much as I love home and as much as I miss it, I'm I'm independent enough to be out here because I know this is
You're
where
supposed
my
to be,
business
right?
is.
Yeah.
This is where my opportunity is. And this is just, it feels right to be here.
Yeah.
And when it feels right, why are you going to fuck with it? Just let it go.
Right. No, I completely agree with she's saying. I think that, so I could say it's, I've been talking about me traveling. I might be in Europe next year. Who knows, right? But I think that coming here, for me personally, it was like, okay, East Coast, she's from Jersey, I'm from Philly, kind of like harness it a seed. But in order for it to really grow, they had to take it and put it in like just dirt. But then they put it in dirt that was dry as hell. So
sand,
then you gotta grow from some sand. And that is and then you gotta breathe different too. But the type of like masterpiece that's built from those circumstances is so rare. And so because you think like I don't think people give dandelions enough credit.
I was literally blowing them the other day. And I was like, I miss dandelions.
They don't give them enough credit. These motherfuckers grow through concrete.
These weeds.
And then they call them weeds. They're growing. That's a matter of perception. And I feel like mental health is a matter of perception. Is interesting because we judge those who we perceive don't hold up to our mental health, which is interesting. And one thing I'm learning is to not really have like if I feel like we're not aligned, that's okay, but not to really have a judgment, because honestly, usually what you judge in others is what you don't like in yourself. So what am I looking at? What is attracting to me to this person? I have the audacity to judge them, and then like kind of like and
right,
ultimately be judging myself. So I think that's my new thing right now, going into, judgment and working on myself and seeing that in other. If I don't align with you, let me just leave you alone. I don't need to have that much. We have well, actually I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to say it.
What we talking about? We talking about some D?
No, I was talking about
man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
First of all, I wish we had a man here, because men and their mental health, I feel like it's a feminine.
I already asked two of my boys if they wanted to come on one of the Q&A. They like, hey, hell no, we ain't coming on that shit. Man, we ain't getting caught off guard.
Mental health is such a feminine, to express your emotions is
shout out to all my male friends.
Yes.
All the males out there working on yourself. Because you know what? I used to be that bitch that was like, don't show no emotion. You a pussy if you do. Because when you grow up in that environment, that's what you're taught. You're not supposed to show emotion because you got to keep it pushing. And you got to get on to this next task that we got to do, right? Mm-hmm. So you can't have time to cry. You don't have time to be sad.
Right.
You don't got time. None of that shit. So now it's like, no, motherfucker, you better get emotional. You better learn about yourself. That shit's sexy now. So men, if you have any type of deep-rooted problem, or if you just feel down,
we want to help
you. Just figure it out.
We want to help
daily things that you can do to keep yourself going. What is your daily and weekly things that you do for your mental health that you have to do no matter what? And if you don't do it, you feel bad.
Food, diet. And I'm not just talking about like
fit fine.
Fit fine.
Oh, we rapping in here.
Fit fine. No, I gotta have my green juice with me. I gotta have greens. Greens, just the chlorophyll from the greens is just very
keep it alkaline.
Yes, keeping me like alive. Like even I went to Houston 2 weeks ago, and I turned up in Houston. Let me tell you. I
love Texas.
Houston does not turn down. They never turn down, no matter what. Even if it is a pandemic, Houston is still going. But I went to Houston and I was telling my friends, I was like, I'm in it to win. And they were like, what do you mean? And I had my kombucha, I had my water, I had my electrolytes, and I had my green juices. But I feel like because it's very, very easy to become malnourished, and that can lead to a mental breakdown. So I feel like food for me, what I eat is very, very, very conducive to my success. Like I binged out on like junk food to a point where I felt hungover, like I had a bottle of liquor. So
Yeah, that's what happens when you put good shit in your body.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eve. Shout out to Dietary Resolutions, Dr. Sabi's grandson's company. Shout out to Eve, the consultant here in Vegas. She put me on the CMOS. So I'm on CMOS capsules. I'm on the blood purifier. We got the hair, skin, and nails, bitch. We got fat burners, all natural, like plants over pills. Anything that you need to do for your body, you can probably solve with a plant. So stop taking all this bullshit they giving you and stop taking all this caffeine and all this extra shit and learn about something that could extend your life, because everyone's dying way too young and we could be living way longer if we just start taking care of our bodies at a young age. The best advice,
your mentality.
Yeah, I think one of the best advice I could give to my younger self would be to start taking actual good care of my body younger. Start taking my minerals and everything to extend my bones or my whatever it is.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
But I feel amazing. I'm up at 6 a.m. every day. Bitch, we walking the dogs. We doing a workout.
Oh, see, I gotta get with her. She up at 6. I wake up. I wake up when. No, sometimes I wake up at 5 a.m. and I'm like,
I'll be ready too. Like,
no, see, I gotta get. But what time are you in bed by?
On a work nights, probably like 10 or 11. Yeah, I'm a early bird.
See,
unless I'm going out and then I'm like up, but during the week I'm like, nah, leave me alone.
See, this energy is like, so she can be going all over the place, but that's one thing, you know, it's gonna come. Like my lifestyle was a lot.
I said, slow down on the wine. I'm about to enjoy this show. You gonna enjoy it either way, Steve.
You gotta love it.
Bam, bam. So yeah, wine is good for you.
Yes.
Okay, so you gotta smoke some medical, drink a beer or two every day or every other day.
Look, if that works for you, baby.
To each their own. I'm definitely smoking every day, all day. Wine is good, red though. Yeah, I love red wine, but that's like I gotta be at dinner and like, or just maybe like on the couch.
You know what? And usually I have red wine, but I'm like, this is summertime.
No, we need some.
We needed some
refreshing.
rosé.
It's 110 degrees here.
We're in a heat wave.
Yes, BSYs with the CMOS. Just ran out. Connect, Eve Clairvoyant. It's got to be purple CMOS. I don't know about that. I get it directly from the source, so I just that's what I go with. What's the point of drinking if you like yourself, and how do you feel?
Well, so
am I reading that right? What's the point of drinking if you like yourself? How do you feel?
Well, I'm not understanding that question because I think it just doesn't make sense. And it's no shade, but
maybe he just can't. Maybe he just didn't say it. Like he got to chop it up.
What's the point of
Scott? Let us know what you're trying to say.
Please. Because are you saying that drinking is taking you out of? You're trying to reach another level of life by drinking?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Bam Bam said, "Here comes the trolls."
No. That's amazing. You know, my father says the same thing. But
cheers,
it's like,
June buds.
Why not? It's natural. If alcohol is natural, it's like, why not?
I mean, I'd rather smoke than drink for the rest of my
Impaired
life.
state.
I can't get cirrhosis from weed, you know. But
impaired state.
Honestly, I don't give a fuck, Scott, because we grew up in fucking the city and we literally were in the industry our whole life. I've been drinking since I don't even know. And
I think that if anything is in balance, if you want to be in
I stay fit and I stay healthy, and I'm probably healthier than half the motherfuckers I talk to. So,
and honestly, if you learn to balance in anything, it's like, why not? Why not experience it? It's here.
True. Because you know what? You got to build up to this. Like this type of stamina and endurance I have with like just being like fucking smoking and whatever. I can't drink every night because I got work now. I get hungover, you know, like I pick my nights to drink and shit now.
Yeah, and you have fun and you let loose and it's just like drink one. Yeah, like it's not like and that's one thing I can say. Like that's June Buds. Is that June
I love
Buds?
his name, June Buds.
I love that. I completely agree with you. Like it's just like, you know, connecting with your friends, being social with your friends, and it's honestly just kind of like I'm a little bit louder, but I don't think I'm any different than I love you.
He understands.
No, but no, my dad doesn't. And I have my fitness company is the intersection of cardio and cocktails. So my father is like, and I have like green juice cocktails, and he is like, no,
he's making healthy
absolutely
juices.
not. It's alcohol. He doesn't. And I understand because our family. And I've actually experimented with like some like especially one specific herb, and it's called kava. Kava is indigenous to Hawaii.
Yes.
Are you familiar with kava?
That's the one that you feel high, but there's no alcohol in it,
and
right?
it's not a
They have them in New
hallucinogenic.
York? Like the lounges, kava lounges?
They have it in Miami, in Florida, not specifically Miami, in Florida. And they have one here, actually, 2 here.
Oh, I spoke about it.
One downtown. Oh, I'm sorry.
You didn't do it.
Oh, I thought you said I spit in your. You said you spoke. Yeah, you spit in my eye. But no, I found like it's balance. It's a balance type of thing, and you know, if we're having fun, why not?
Guys, welcome back. I got my girl Jamel Burton here. We're just talking about mental health, men, women, growing, learning about it. We're both on our journeys, and
loving the journey. Did you read The Alchemist?
I didn't.
See,
I'm on the Law of Success right now.
I've never heard of The Law of Success, so you have to send me that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if y'all read The Alchemist, but first of all, game mother effing changer, because it's telling you what you already know, but we all need repetition. But it's not even telling you.
Yes, yourself, right? Because you won't even like for me to sit here and manifest things and have affirmations, I had to learn that shit, right?
Yes.
I had to learn to tell myself to be grateful, present, grounded, abundant. We a money magnet, like all that.
Keep it. It's fluent. No, but The Alchemist, basically the whole everything that we're doing. I mean, I don't know. What is your ultimate level of success with your podcast?
At least $1 million a year. So I just want to get signed to something.
And why?
Or I'd rather take it on my own, you know? But when I started, I didn't think of it as a business. So that's the crazy thing. Like I started it and I was like, it would really be cool to talk shit. And like, you know, I'm going to make money off of it. All right, cool. But like when I did it, I wasn't thinking like I'm starting a business. I'm just like, all right, cool. I'm gonna buy all this fucking equipment. I'm gonna set this shit up, like design it and everything. Like it's just like I just did it. It was weird. And now I look back and I'm like, damn, bitch. A year later, we're rolling. We did a lot.
Yeah.
So I have to remind myself too, to sit there and be like, okay, remember that you did these things, because you might think you're not at the point you want to be at now, but a year ago you would have never dreamed of this. You wouldn't even have thought of it. So I don't know. The goal is really to be able to help as many people as possible. I think, because I feel like these videos help people more than you know. And I didn't realize that until some people tell me. I'm like, when people DM me and say things, I'm like, oh my God, that makes me feel so good. Because I realized like you have to help people in life in order to succeed. It's like literally full circle.
Energy. Yes.
You have to. Yes. So that's a good question though. Like because I don't want an ultimate goal, because I feel like then I can't go any further if it's ultimate, right? I'm trying to like grow with it and not be like,
well, I think
too crazy, because I'm like, all right, cool. We just enjoying these
and
steps up the ladder.
So that's success. So that I feel like that is the ultimate goal in anybody's like, I feel like once you reach a point that you're doing it and it's fulfilling, like taking you to a higher level, then you've reached that. Like, have you ever met someone like, I really want this Benz, or I really want this Beamer, whatever, and they get it. Now it's just a car sitting outside, but then it just becomes, but something that is like, I feel like long term, and like fulfilling is something that continues to keep you like mentally stimulated and continue.
I just love the creativeness of it, because it's like, I never thought I had a creative side, right? As a Sagittarius, that was one of the things okay, my mom told me this, and before she finishes it, what?
My mom said, mother, why are some people artists? Why are some people more creative than others? And she said, what are you talking about? We are everybody's an artist. We create our lives. So everybody is very creative.
Shout out to her mom.
Shout out to my mom. But everybody is creative.
You just have, but you have to find it.
Not that you have to find it, because you're constantly creating. You're living your creation right now. Like you're living.
Yeah, but it don't feel good when you just work in a fucking 9 to 5 and you know what I mean? Like,
because you haven't stepped up to the level of gratitude. So when you shift your life to be grateful, that's when you step into a higher power. But we're not grateful because we're put in these boxes. We chose that 9 to 5 job.
I mean, I make great money. I'm just saying, like, if I was doing that for the rest of my life,
exactly,
I wouldn't be happy.
Because you're stepping up to it. But somewhere you created that you wanted that. You manifested a 9 to 5 job. We manifested like it doesn't make a difference what it is. One of the happiest men that I met was like 3 weeks ago. And I said, "Oh,
hey, Phoenix."
He said, "Yeah, I just got a new job at Dunkin' Donuts. I am so happy." He said, "I'm chill." Phoenix. And I'm out. He's leaving. He said, "I'm happy. I'm chill. I'm this." And he just was so, like, you could feel the happiness from him. And I was like, wow, he manifested. He went to work there. He got it. And now he's living. He has time to chill. Because he was a manager before. So then he was on COVID hit. He had time to self-reflect. He's like, I just want something simple. I want something easy. He has reached ultimate success for himself now. And now he's just living euphorically. I feel like that's what a lot of times we want to do is live euphorically.
That's what I feel like. I feel like I don't want to lose that feeling of being like, damn.
Well, you don't want what?
I don't want to lose.
She doesn't want what?
I won't lose.
I
won't lose.
You want to.
I want to continue the journey. Quarantine is when I started Faded Truth. So shout out to y'all for whoever's been rocking with me. Steven, please don't be one-sided. I subscribed and hit the bell, and I'm looking forward to watching the process. Okay, do you have a YouTube? And I see collarbones, so I'm in love with the content. What the fuck does that mean? One way to be creepy. Okay, so what the fuck were we talking about?
What you want. Like, what is ultimate success? Like what you want out of the next, like, I guess, tier of Faded Truth, how you started it.
Oh, there's the quarantine. And then I was like, I had talked to Viral Hip Hop News. Shout out to them, Hip Hop News Uncensored. Go subscribe to them. Steve, I'll subscribe to you when I get off here. But I was like, I just want to, this was before COVID though. I had the idea and I was like, I just want to talk shit. I heard something on Sirius XM. You know Rude Jude?
No.
Okay. He's like the new age Howard Stern.
Oh.
So I'm like, all right, like I can talk like this. This is how I already talk. Like, and I'm a girl. So how can I do this? So he was like, start a YouTube because you're pretty, you know, like just get your face out there, whatever.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. And so I'm like, all right, cool. So he's like, here's all the equipment you need. Like this is what you got to do. So I just did it. Started I ordered everything like January. COVID hit in March. So I had all this time to like learn how to edit because I do all my own editing on Final Cut, which, by the way, shout out to all y'all videographers, fucking editors, whatever. Like that shit is.
And I feel your pain. I have my bachelor's in production. So
and I just got my new MacBook. Hey. So
manifesting. Hey,
invest in yourself.
Hey. No,
but it came out. The creativity came out. Like me putting my room together and just buying my art and shit came out. And I'm like, I never had that creativity because I was so drowned out by my traumas and my life that I had to live. And then when I broke out of that mindset, it's like everything just shifted. And you can feel it. That's what I'm saying. You can like feel when you're elevating in life.
100%.
And it feels amazing. It's like, whoo, like damn, I feel the success. Like I feel it in my chest. Like
you learn how to breathe different. You're breathing different. And that's one thing about the altitude out here. You physically have to breathe different.
I never thought of that.
When I was like, you know, it's so crazy that you say that. It's interesting because when I came out here, like I was like, I knew what my vision was, but I was still semi-lost in it. And when I came out here, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm in the middle of the ocean. I need to build a paddle and go back home. And I felt like this is metaphorically speaking, but I feel like the paddle kept on breaking, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm not.
Oh, you wanted to go back when yeah.
No, I didn't want to go back. I knew I was supposed to be here, but it was just like I wasn't aligning. Like I wanted to get I wanted to be in the service industry. I wanted to do this, and the guy that I was talking to at the time, like I wanted to like fit into his mold, and I never would have because he didn't believe in what I believed in, and I believe in monogamy. Let's be clear about this. I love men, but you gotta love me.
No polygamy for you.
I love monogamy. I love. Come on, let's enjoy each other's energies.
Junebuds, that part. Welcome in. I'm here with my girl Jamel Burton, owner of the Dance Fit Experiences.
The intersection of cardio and cocktails.
Can we see like a move?
Can we? Oh, she always try to make me bust this thing. Or you can bust this thing.
Last time, what was we doing? Oh, we
We
slow
made up
motion.
a little
"Oh."
hey.
She said, right? Right?
Hip down. Dance makes you happy, guys. Let's
It does. I wish I was like a dancer because I feel like they'd be so
You
happy.
are a dancer.
Oh yeah.
Yes, mom. Another thing, my mom told me if you could walk, you could dance.
I mean,
You a dancer.
I hear
girl.
stripping doesn't count.
You know it does. Shoot. But
Cheers.
cheers.
Cheers to everybody. Happy. What the fuck? Are we on Tuesday?
Yes, happy Tuesday.
What'd you do for the holiday? What all y'all do for the holiday? Leave it in the comments.
You know what I did? To be honest, I went to the park and I laid out for 2 hours and I looked up at a tree. And my friend was like, "You would think that you are high or something." And I said, "I am. I'm
already
high of
thinking
life."
that would be great if I was high. It was like,
Yeah,
me and Kay went to the park. It was so beautiful. It was just green. We put just put like a comforter down. We took a cooler with wine, and Jay was playing. In,
See,
like, the
you got
thing.
it in the.
We smoking. We was watching the stars. Like I'm like, yes.
It just, and when she's at Mount Charleston, I think I'm gonna take myself to lunch there next week. Like it's like, why not? It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's 40 minutes away.
Cook and smoke.
There we go. That's another one.
You gotta cook for me because I don't cook. Sorry. I can get by. I can get by with healthy food, but I don't think you want to eat alkaline every day. I'm green as shit. But it's crazy because now I crave like better food because of the sea moss and all the minerals that I'm on. Like I don't even want like shitty food like that anymore. I had a great time when I went home. I didn't even feel bad. I gave myself that time and I already had given myself mentally like, bitch, you going
and that's
you ain't
what
going
it's
to the
about.
gym, you house hopping, seeing everybody.
That's
like
what
you
it's
ain't
about. And that's
take some time for yourself. I didn't even create content. So I was like MIA for a little.
But that's the time to refresh and like honestly, we have to like listen to our bodies all the time. It's like
Is your mom taking in what?
Is your mom taking anymore?
I don't know what he's talking about, but if you're talking about mom in the hot tub, she's back home. She was on live. Yeah, she was drinking. We were drinking mimosas, and she had the hot tub outside, and it was like under the stars. We had the tiki thing lit. We had the light out here. We was doing a live. We was drinking. Yeah, it was nice because she's like ever since my brother passed away, she's like mentally been fucked, and so I helped her so much with her healing and like. When somebody told her at work, like, you look different, you look like you're healing. And she told me that, I was like crying, bitch. I'm like, oh my God, I'm passing on these things. It's amazing. Like, I would never expect to do that for somebody, especially someone in my family. You know what I mean? So it's like where I can, and rare, but where I can help them, like I'm gonna help them. I'm gonna help anybody that, needs to, as long as I'm not putting too much energy into it. I'm gonna always help somebody.
And that is what it's like. It's just, I feel like that's the purpose. And even with it's so interesting that you said this because I feel like, the alignment with my business is helping others. Like, I feel like the pinnacles that I set out to reach for my company, I already hit. So now I just want to step into euphoria of it. Like living it.
Can you tell them where they can go and do your pop-ups?
So we are realigning our schedule. So I am still figuring out which city I'm going to like have another like pop-up launch. The last one was in Cali. So I'm thinking about the end of September in California. And we are now partnering with a condo in Las Vegas. We were partnering. Now it's coming back. Per-COVID. Per-COVID? Post-COVID. So, dancefitexperiences.com, city schedules. So look forward to Cali, Las Vegas, Philadelphia, Houston, and Florida.
Cardio and cocktails.
Feel good.
Look good, drink
Feel
good.
good.
Don't you want to be on a rooftop sweating and then drinking?
Vibe. That's what it's all about, the vibrations.
Rich said he's in love. I just stumbled on this page. Thank you. Shout out to you, VSYs. Steve's in Michigan. It was cloudy, but you barbecued. Cooked for my daughter and wife went kayaking. Nice. I have a kayaking video on my page, Steve. Go watch it. I did a tour out here with Venture Out Vegas, and I love it. It was beautiful in the Colorado River, right by the Hoover Dam. Nobody barbecues here, and there's no culture here, so nobody has cookouts.
I literally just had this conversation. I'm like, if we were,
can I smell a grill?
Yo, I want to, like, if we're back to East Coast, you don't even know, before you smell the food, you hear the music. So you're like, the whole block is bumping. Here,
this shit quiet as hell. I'm like, is this the purge? Like, what? Someone gonna have like some mask on?
Cha.
If you can walk, you can dance. Sound like she's positive and encouraging mother. If she's accepting applications for stepchildren.
Oh, you know what? My mother works at the recreation center in Philadelphia, so she is the mother. A lot of people know
I feel like you're honey. Is your life honey?
You know what?
But she supported those.
I'm laughing because in my 8th grade graduation, we like walked out to Honey's theme music. We were like,
that movie was so fucking hot.
Yeah, that movie was fire.
At the end, I believe I can. I believe I will. I believe I know my dreams. Yeah, they were skating and shit.
Like
the little one. Yeah, it was so cute.
Yes, Honey was the ish.
Honey was the shit.
I might be Honey.
Honey.
No, my mom, my parents, they're still together. They both were like, she was very just like, you're beautiful, walk with your head high. And I think that like, when she said beautiful, it was more of an internal thing. It's like beautiful, like what are you giving? What beauty are you giving to this universe? And I feel like I had to figure it out on my own. Like I called my mom, what should I do? I don't know, you know the answers. And so now when this is an interesting thing that I just had. I had a conversation with my friends. And like I said, my friends are my, nowadays, they're the people I look up to. They're my heroes. Like my manager, Karan, shout out to him, Lou, how he acts, how he moves is how I'm enamored. I'm enamored by that. My girlfriend, how her boyfriend's relationship, I'm enamored. Like I'm just like in awe of their relationship. So I will always ask my mom, like, tell me like what to do. Like, how do I maneuver this? I don't know. You created it. You know how to fix it. No, I can't give you it. And so, but that made me think differently. And so when my friends asked me, I'm like, I don't want to give advice, like, cause I'm not you. I'm not in your situation.
I learned not to give advice anymore. You ain't gonna tell me that I gave you some bad advice. Don't ask me.
Now my girlfriend also said, now this is something that you always give advice. When you speak, you give advice.
I think I can give wisdom. I think that I could give wisdom in any conversation. So
I think and that's why it's very important to be, because no matter what, when you open your mouth, if you're around like-minded individuals, and like I said, my friends are my superheroes. So no matter what they say, if I tell them a situation, like I'm not giving advice, but this is what I would do, I'm going to take that internally. Like my girlfriend called me, she was in La Paz, which is in Mexico, and I was like having a groggy day, and I don't have sad days anymore. It's more like my energy is neutral. Like those are out the window. So it's more like my energy is neutral.
Damn, I
have to, yes.
Yeah, because I have those days too, and I'm like, I'm not sad. I'm just like,
in neutrality.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right, today's one of them days. I'm just like,
Yeah, it's one of those
maybe
days.
Put a little extra effort, or maybe go to sleep.
Or
early.
Maybe should I be sleeping? Maybe should I be resting my body?
Go to sleep early, maybe tonight. And
exactly.
You'll be fine.
Yes. But I was in like a very neutral, it was a shift. I could feel the energy. I could feel me coming up. I'm going through a very, like, I know we're all going through.
Butterfly.
We're always transitioning. But I mean, the past 3 years have been the most intense transition of my life. And now I'm like stepping up into this level. So I'm like breathing different. And so my girlfriend, she called me and she was like, I'm just so happy. And she flipped the camera and I saw the blue butter behind her. And I said, B, I'm happy. I got up. I went to the gym.
The what? What did you see behind you?
The beautiful water.
Oh.
The beautiful blue water. She was actually high.
Bitch, I don't know what you said. I thought you said the blue butter.
Let me articulate. No, but the blue water, I saw a beautiful blue water. And she said, I'm just so happy. And like, I just felt this surge of energy. And I got up, I went to the gym for a little bit and just very light, gym workout, but my endorphins were flowing. And that's why I was like, I choose to be happy. And then I started like messing with my mind. I'm like, what do you want? Because you're thinking of what you don't want. What do you want?
Right.
What do you want in this transition? What do you want? What do you want? And I'm constantly like, I want to go outside. I want to be. And I'm looking at the trees. I'm seeing the bunnies. I'm talking to my team on the phone. And it just like became like a more euphoric state, which I want. I want to be supernaturally unbothered.
This guy, he didn't get your memo about monogamy.
Look. Sir, I'm sorry.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry, sir.
You know what? I think that you guys all have to tell yourself, no matter who you are, man, woman, whatever. You just have to tell yourself that you deserve happiness and you deserve better for yourself. And you have to believe that, because if you don't believe it, like, why the fuck should the universe give it to you if you don't believe in yourself and believe in that manifestation? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it feels so good. Like, I got to tell you straight up, coming from like such a fucking 360 or 180 from where I was before to where I am now, it just feels amazing. So the more you work on yourself, the better you're gonna feel. My hair's shining too. This shit looks nice.
She glowing.
That
she
hair, skin, and nails.
Yes. She got her sea moss, and I have to order me some sea moss.
I got you, boo.
But you know, my greens are my girl. That's one thing. I have a green juice in my bag. I have to have.
You know what I've been getting? That apple cider vinegar suja.
Do you like that?
The suja?
Yes. I know.
The
red is in a red.
No, it's yellow.
Oh no! I know what you did. Shots.
Yeah, but there's this one at Trader Joe's. It's like this big.
Yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly.
Because I can do, like, that's my level. Like, I don't like the spicy, like the shots that are like cayenne pepper. Yes. I'm like,
and the
my girl was like, it's gonna help with the hangover. We took it in the parking lot or something before we went to keep drinking. I'm like, bitch, what is this?
It helps with the
hangover. I can't do nothing spicy.
But it has black pepper in it, so
yeah, yes. That one you just gotta shake up a little. It's good. But you got to do things to keep your mental peace going.
Yeah, and
you owe it to yourself to change your mindset.
But you know what I think a biggest shift is? I think that before we were taught physicality. So we were taught about our physical health. We were taught how to look good physically. We were taught how to work, and that's physical. But I feel like we never really, we skipped the main thing, which is mental. So I think now we're circling back like, whoa, physical, like this whole thing you
left out.
You can look the most ripped you ever looked in your life and be enormously unhappy and unhealthy. Because we were so focused on the tip of the iceberg and not what's underneath it. So I think the mental is the biggest part of the iceberg, and that's underneath. And I feel like now we're circling back, because men, like, even though expressing emotions has been more attached to femininity, it still is now becoming great that we're supposed to like express what is mentally going on.
I love it. That's why I just love talking about it, because you have Sorry, I don't know what the fuck happened. Forget again. What was I saying? Yeah, you don't know.
But
we're on a roll too. Story moment. I'm telling you, I would never, like, after I did one trip of acid, right? I think I took half my brain out with that one trip. People be like, oh, you got bad memory loss with weed? I'm like, nah, it's from my one trip of acid. I was like literally trapped before. Like, no matter how much weed I smoked my whole life. Yeah.
So
that's why I'm like, the shrooms I like because they're more natural. Well, they are natural, but I don't feel like they actually make me feel good. They don't make me feel like it's a drug. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel geeked out or anything.
But are you actually taking like the mushroom, or are you taking like a
I'm taking the chocolates in a microdose.
The chocolate,
and then I'm setting an intention. After I take a shroom, I'm gonna like set an intention.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Hustle habit. Don't do drugs, kids. Well, yep.
Do you consider mushroom to be a drug, though?
You know, they use it for schizophrenic.
Mm-hmm.
They used to use it for schizophrenic people, seizures, PTSD, microdosing. You don't have to be tripping balls every time, but when you microdose, it's actually healthy for you. Same thing with cannabis. That's why I say plants over pills. Anything that you can solve with a pill that's probably going to just fuck your liver up and kill you quicker, you can solve with a plant. But you got to be willing to want to educate yourself and learn those things, and
know what you're
and
putting
if you don't
into
grow
your
up
body.
in a household or an environment that educates you on those things, again, this is what we're talking about, because it's, you know, down the generations. Ain't nobody been taught none of this shit.
Generational health.
So that's why they starting to open up vegan spots in the hood.
So do you know what's very interesting that I just learned? So I go to Reiki twice a week, and I met my grandparents. They are like just the most wise people I've ever met in my life. And one of the men who was like, he's just on a different level. And he told me that most of our health is based on our mother's biome. And that means not your dad. When you were becoming developed in your mother's womb, when she was at her healthiest, what she ate is what you're going to thrive in. So like
what she ate, well,
what she ate when your mother was the healthiest in her lifetime, but like especially when you were being formed, what she ate when she was her healthiest is what you're going to thrive in. So not your dad, so your mom. So if you can't, so some people don't have their mothers. You have to go to your mother, your great grandmother, and if you can't find that, then you got to go all the way back to where you were from and kind of build like your food, how you eat based on your mom's side, your maternal side. It's just so important, like to kind of like know like your generational stuff, because like
honestly, I don't even know. Like, I feel like I should do one of those tests.
You should.
I was against it because I was like, I don't even want to give them more of my DNA, but I'm like, they already have everything else, I guess. But yeah, like I mean, because that's your health. Like, so let's say my husband is white, right? And his mom thrived off of a high fat diet, right? And so he wants me to cook high fats. But let's say my mom, she thrived off of a high greens diet. Now we're making each other sick because he's supposed to have fats, I'm supposed to have greens. You know what I mean? So it's very important to know, like, wow, I never even thought that deep into it.
Yeah, like this is relationships, and even men, when you're choosing your significant other, your partner, if you want kids, that woman, her diet, what she's eating is based on your child's health and how your body is going to recuperate. Did you get injured? What food should I be eating to like help my body recuperate? My mom knows. Maybe she doesn't know. What if my mom wasn't? My grandmother knows.
I just don't think they eat any. I don't think I know mine.
So then you have to go.
Healthy.
Then you have to go way back, because my mom said the same thing. My mom, I was blessed. My parents are vegetarian. My dad is a vegan, but they came up. My grandmother died when my dad was very young, and my other grandmother wasn't healthy. She died for health issues. One of them related to her. My uncle was murdered, so she never got over that. So they had to redevelop their diet based on what they know. And when you do that, then you're gonna, it's like if you're on some type of drug and you coming down of it, you need a certain small like parts of that drug, because you're gonna get sick. So when you reshape your diet, it could be detrimental, because your body's foreign to your body. Your body knows what your mom was nourishing it with. So
I've been doing good on my greens though.
Let's be very, very clear. Greens is good.
Cooking is a gender role. No, I don't give a fuck, because I just said I don't cook. I cook to survive, so I'm gonna cook us some veggies and some protein every day. That's about it. If you don't eat it, then we could do Uber Eats and you can waste money, or we could go out to dinner and be bougie. So you got choices.
Do I think cooking is? Okay. So I'll say this. I do believe I think that science. If you believe in science, I don't know if I believe in science, but I think how we were formed, women, men are built to protect and to provide, and women are built to
Cook
take
for
care
us.
of the household. So I do think that's why it is a gender role, because a woman knows how to nourish the family for her husband and her offspring. So I do, and I think that's why like it goes back to like tribes. If you think about the tribes, the woman of the tribe, and why people stick with what they know is usually they don't stick what they know because of one of the most important things. They stick what they know because that's where they're at their healthiest. Like if you come in with your tribe, you're at your strongest with your tribe, with your team. We call it
Shout out
team.
to our teams.
Shout out to our teams. Shout out.
Y'all the real MVPs.
Yes. Tiffany, Karen, Kate, Heather.
We got we gotta go down
Pinky.
the list. Pinky. Happy Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to hear in 2021. Ugh. Guys, it's the first of the year. Well, not the year. I'm high. It's the first of the month.
June.
I love when a first happens on. I go back to work on the first. I'm like, yes, first. We abundant. We making this happen. We can have a great month. Okay. We putting out our intentions. There's no negative energy there.
Let it
You're
rain.
not allowed to have it. It doesn't happen. You get pushed out. Automatic. So what are your intentions for June? Set your intentions, set your goals, little things, celebrate those small accomplishments. It was just a fucking blood moon, right? Blood moon and an eclipse. So, and it was Mercury retrograde.
No, we're in it. So 3
We're
weeks,
in it?
guys. We're in a
We're still
retrograde
in
right
it.
now. So 3 weeks and take it. Be aware. Go forward.
I'm ready. So technically 5 months then. We just started our 6th month. I feel like it was just January. I feel like I was just starting Cannabis Talk. Shout out to Cannabis Talk. Go follow my radio show. Download the Mixler app. Search Cannabis Talk Radio. 24-hour music, global music. Hit me up if you want your music played. Interviews every Monday through Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm just excited. I'm excited for the rest of the year.
And honestly, I can say these last 6 months have been a euphoric roller coaster. And I'm here.
I have been euphoric. I don't know, yeah, because I know everyone had a fucked up year, but like I feel like 2020 was the biggest year of vision for me, biggest year of growth, like 1,000%. It's just crazy. I never even thought that my mind could elevate to that point because I didn't even think I was making it to 30. So now that I'm almost 32, I'm like, damn, we here. What the fuck?
And you're big Sag energy. Big Sag energy.
Big Sag energy. I don't know what y'all sign is, but I'm the Archer. What are you?
Capricorn.
I dated a guy Capricorn, but I don't know if I've ever met like
A girl Capricorn.
I don't really know about. All I thought was like he was angry, so I'm like you're a bull.
Really? No, but that's
But guys
a Taurus.
and girls are different because
Taurus
Sag
and a
men
bull.
are like calm as fuck.
Sag man.
Yeah, I feel like they're calm as shit.
See, I think that Sagittarius and the like, even though it's fiery, I think that the sign like is kind of like a calm. What is it? Silent fire. Like I think it's just like
Nice.
Aries.
You hear that,
is
guys?
like,
I'm now a silent fire.
Aries is like.
Good night, Rich.
Good night.
Yeah, my sister's Aries.
Yeah.
Ever date any Leos? I don't think so.
I haven't. I can't say that I have. Can I?
I actually get really along good with water signs, like Aquarius are always my best friends. And I dated Aquarius that like we should have just been friends because after that, like there was no sexual energy there. It wasn't, I need like, I think I need like fire with fire or something, or, like it got boring.
Yeah, no, I can't say a sign that I've dated that has been like, oh my gosh, I love him because this sign. If I love the guy, it's because of this person. Like the only guys that I can say that I like genuinely like am in love with now are like my guy friends or like the guys in my life. So that's an Aries, a Taurus, Libra / Scorpio, a Gemini.
We do need a guy on here because the people have been asking me the questions like, how you have guy friends and they want to fuck you and how you guys can't be friends. I'm like, look, I don't gotta explain myself, but like
that's a whole different.
My friends are my family. I don't give a fuck. So that whole perspective is like,
That's a small-minded, like so first of all, that's lust, a low frequency. And lusting, which I feel like men kind of operate sometimes on, is a very small-minded thing. I feel like we don't, women usually don't operate like they do, but like our lust frequency is like we kind of like try to go above it. So
what? I'm gonna be honest. I never fucked none of my guy friends because they wouldn't be my friends.
Ever.
They wouldn't be my friends. Why the fuck would
Ever.
I? Why would I? Why?
We never kissed. We never talked about any of that. My guy friends are literally, I could, if I called him up right now, what you need? Yo, one of them is engaged. I want to marry him and his girl, his fiance right now.
I'm actually, I like when I could be friends with my guys' friends, girls, like my friend, like my boy's wife. Shout out to Summer and Jordan. I love you. Like, we're fucking cool. We talk more than me and him now, you know, like, and it's just like, it is what it is. I feel like too, because I was always so independent, like it didn't affect me. Like I wasn't thinking that way. What up, Elevated? I love him.
Yes. Keep saying
Thanks for copping the merch.
Stay ready. Stay ready. Stay love. Love is all it is. Love is all that is, girl. My mom. See, the things are. Let me tell you though. I always talk about my mom because my mom is that fat. So
your mom is that bitch.
My mom is. She's that. I told her my mom. No, I'm not gonna put her out there. So I'm not going to. My mom is a hippie. I'm gonna just say that. But she has her master's in education. She don't play those games, but she's a hipster. But my dad. So my dad is a Gemini. He is the love of my life. I just think he's the most beautiful man. I think he is a protector and a provider. He has found a way to spoil me and my sister to the point that we don't even know that we're spoiled. Like, it's like, I want to work for this. Like, everything that I had, like, I went out and got. Like, and my dad has always been like, if you need to do this, but no. And my dad has had the most traumatic lifestyle. The most traumatic life. Like, even my mom and my dad.
I feel bad though, you know. Don't you feel bad that, like, that's why I said I want to give them happiness before they die.
Exactly.
Because I feel like y'all deserve happiness for what you've been through, and it's not your fault what you went through that made you put us through things. Yeah. So I want to make sure that you understand peace, and love, before you pass away and before 100. I don't see you again. Like, I want to give that to you in some way that I can, you know. And it's fucking an amazing feeling.
Well, I told my parents, I said, y'all gonna be my full-time nannies, and they laughed at me, but I'm serious.
Team Gemini on it.
That's my dad. You guys, you guys are crazy as hell, but you know what? You get what you want.
Yes, that is
increasingly rare. That my dad is. First of all, that's like one of the loves of my life. Like that man is just like everything to me. Like, I just like.
That's nice though. That's nice that you have that relationship, you know. And people don't like realize, like, be grateful for the small things. Be grateful for your parents being together, or that you talk to your dad or you talk to your mom, they're still alive, whatever, you know. Like, you just gotta be grateful for those things. That's how I got through life. I was like, it could be worse. I could be having this problem that I see. You know what I mean? Like, someone always got it worse than you, and everyone's got a fucking story. So you don't let it shape you. Just
or let it shape you for the best. Know that it happened for you.
Amen.
My dad is the man.
Shining.
But he definitely lets my mom have her floor. She's a diva.
Happy wife, happy life.
There we go. But he set that standard high, you know? That's why I'm talking about my husband.
Okay, so what do you mean your husband? Do we have a manifestation date?
So,
like,
okay, so this is one thing I'm realizing about my husband. You know, Yes. Happy B-Day to my pops. Yes, happy B-Day to my pop.
Gemini season.
He's my Gemini man. Them two sides, but they love both sides love me equally.
I mean, I think, like, it's weird because everyone has those characteristics of their sign. You know, when you look it up, you're like, damn, that is me. Shit. Isn't it weird though? Because, like, if you look up a Sag, it says blunt, honest, spontaneous, hates commitment, but has to be free. Like, you can't tie me down. You can't tell me what to do. Like, we independent as fuck.
100%.
Right. And our flaws are like we too blunt, we emotionless a little bit, we a little bit on the angry side, just ready to like pop off.
100%.
And I'm like, damn, all this shit's me. But then that creative part I didn't realize, and now I'm like, oh, okay, full circle. So
I love me a Sag. They teach me. My girlfriend was like, you made plans? Yeah, I made plans. Girl, we about to jump off this cliff. What you mean you made plans? Well, I made plans to jump off the cliff, but she just want to jump. So I love me a Sag for that.
She wouldn't jump?
She would. Oh no, she's like, we don't need a harness. Let's go. Like I'm the type of person. I'm just. This is.
I know. I did like a 50-foot jump off at Willow Beach.
Wait, is this in
Nelson's Landing?
Oh,
no.
Okay.
In Arizona.
Wait, I think I did that too. Wait, is this?
That shit was high as fuck.
Was it? Yeah. Wait.
Because
I have. I'll show the video.
Shout out to all my Hawaiian friends out here. Y'all are amazing. I never even met a Hawaiian until I moved out to the West Coast, and they just treat you like family. They remind me of Jersey people. But we jumped off the cliff, and it was like 50 feet. And I done like a 30-foot one in Dominican Republic that I already was scared of. But like this 50-foot one, like you just run and go, and it's just like open. And my girl went behind us, and she was like 90 pounds. Like she almost broke a rib for real. Like it was bad. And I was heavier than my boy, so I'm like, you gotta hold my hand. I can't jump. Like we just gotta go. So we went, and I like boom, like brought him down. He was bruised all up his shit. Yeah.
No, she tripping. I'm not doing that. I am not.
I do want to skydive though, but I don't want to do it in the desert because
I did skydiving in Long Island.
Right. I'm saying I don't want to look down at the fucking sand.
Yeah, no. You need what? Maybe go to LA.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe go to LA.
I'm not going to New York to skydive.
No, but I did it in Long Island. It was fire. It was fire. Trust me, guys.
Who's your favorite Gemini elevated? He does interviews too.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Is he a Gemini? Is this the one that's a Gemini? No.
I don't know.
June Buds is Gemini. Nah, my dad, Gemini men. Gemini men, though, be careful, though. Because these motherfuckers, they get whatever they want. Because they know how to talk. They talk. They tell you what you want to hear.
You just got to learn how to do the bullshit meter.
Yeah.
The bullshit meter.
You got to read the room. But that's when self-love becomes very important, because when you love yourself, all that other stuff just filters away.
I just feel like how do you not love yourself? You got to love yourself, right?
You did.
Like
you did.
How do you wake up and not love yourself? You gotta be happy with that reflection. I just feel like I've always been that. Like I've always been happy with myself, but not maybe with my situations. You know what I mean? But I always had it in me. Like I never was like, damn, I'm ugly, or like I was always like, I'm the shit. We gonna do this. Let's do it. You know what I mean?
Well, I feel like
I'm so grateful for
mentality.
That. Right.
Like we've been blessed to have the mindset to that's function. Because I feel like that's a healthy mindset, because our body is constantly trying to heal ourselves, and love is ultimate healing energy. So we've been blessed with a healthy mindset to teach us that. What's the top man?
Y'all look for in a man, something that's make or break. Top quality communication. Is that a quality though?
I think that's just something that. No, I don't think that's a quality.
Okay, so
I don't know.
I gotta think.
He said quality. These are the top quality. Okay, top quality.
She had to double check. Top quality. All right. I want to say maybe empathy, even though isn't that crazy? Because I said I didn't have it.
Wow, empathy. That's interesting that you did say that. I gotta see what
what are the notepads?
No, I want to see what because I think that's on the
because I feel like you have to understand where I'm coming from, and you have to empathize with me on what we're talking about and what we.
I thought that empathy was on the frequency chart. Let me see.
Oh damn, we got the frequency chart out.
I had to pull a frequency chart out. Figure out what empathy is. Interesting. I like that. I like empathy. I would say mine would have to be love.
Top quality.
Yeah.
That's a quality though.
Is that a
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't
like? Oh, could you specify
Hustle
quality?
habit. Do we get points for the first two that we said? Communication. I'm saying communication. If I can throw that in there. We
don't-
got
we're-
love. We got empathy.
Okay, let's Google what a quality is. Let's Google this because we need to figure this out because we need to.
It's hot as fuck. My ass hurts on this chair. I wish I had a night vision or something so we could go in
Mental ill health is a serious thing.
Relationships can be a mirror to ourselves. It's true that.
It's a standard of something as measured against other things as a similar kind. The degree of excellence of something.
I win.
A standard of something. Yes. Empathy, yes. Love, no. All right, a standard of something.
Oh no, I don't even know what the no is to. I don't even know what you're talking about.
They're probably talking about some I love.
No to love.
My quality of a
quality
man.
that you want in a man. Number one.
I think it would be.
Is consistency a quality?
Is consistency considered one? Nobody.
I feel like all those things wrapped up. I don't know. That's hard to pick one thing. What's the quality that you want in a woman? Answer that. Leave it in the comments.
Nothing.
Compatible.
Is that a quality?
I mean, isn't that like a dual thing though?
Yeah, like I don't.
I mean, but what are you compatible off of? Like, what's
because then
what's
you would
those
have to say,
qualities?
yeah, you would
Like,
have to say the qualities of compatibility.
He said, "Stop giving her
Loyalty.
answers." No to love, loyalty. Okay. Tolerate one another. Well, that's nice. I don't want to just tolerate you. I want to like.
You know what? I'm gonna say success.
He's got to be successful.
And I think that I know a lot of people are going to say success in a form of finances, but
Right.
I mean success, sure, finances, but success in health, success in family, success in love, success in self-love, success in how he treats me, successful relationship with his mother. So I think success.
Forgiveness.
What you be doing?
Yeah, you were already fucking up before we start. The fuck up. Forgiveness is good. Look at all these men. Yeah, I bet.
See?
Like we need that one thing is what we need from y'all is forgiveness because we know we fucking up. Damn. Happy Tuesday.
Do you remember Fat Tuesdays?
Fucking Hangover Central. That's like Wet Willie's.
Oh my god.
Because Fat Tuesdays was only in Philly, so I only been there like once, and I was like, this is just like Wet Willie's.
Oh my gosh.
Because they had call it cabs at Wet Willie's.
Yeah.
And you're only allowed to have like 2.
Or the 190 octane.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I remember one night, like me and my ex around at Trop, just like going around getting fucked up. We had like 3 call it cabs each. I woke up puking my guts out at like 3 a.m. from all that sugar. Like I could do like 1 Miami Vice at the pool, and then I'm like, all right, give me my Tito's with something.
No.
Tastes good.
Frozen drinks. Actually, I make some amazing
What happened?
frozen cocktails.
Do y'all think a female?
Good with the homeless man. What? Nig.
What the fuck is he talking about? Forgiveness actually ties to empathy. I agree, but we just assuming that you want to be forgiven because you are like that's the first thing that you want. Like you don't want nothing else from a woman. Out of all the qualities that we could give you, that's what you want is forgiveness. That means you already gonna fuck up, and you already know that's what you're gonna do. Like you already know that's how you're gonna go throughout the relationship. If you need forgiveness from day one. Hey, we out to dinner. You like these crab legs? By the way, how you want forgiveness?
Exactly. like, why do you need to be forgiven? And also, that's a form. Are you attracting the right person that you need to always ask for forgiveness?
Maybe if you communicated, you wouldn't have to forgive. You ever think of that?
Forgiveness exercise. Okay. Nig. Woulda. I can't.
Woulda.
I can't.
Welcome into mental health Q&A with Jamel Burton, owner of Dance Fit Experiences. And we just finished our Fit Vine. It's done. I'm actually going to see what else I have over on my ball.
I have to release my bladder really quick, guys. I'll be right back.
I keep thinking you're saying butter.
Butter. Do you want
butter? No. Back there. We're humans. We both gonna fuck up. How we resolve mistakes is what matters. Agreed. But you have like certain ways that you can fuck up and certain ways that you can't. So y'all know that. That's where compatible come in. What are y'all doing on this lovely Tuesday? I'm about to. Should I make a margarita or a sangria? I don't have any lime, so I should probably do a sangria. Oh. Me here putting y'all ladies under pressure. Keep it going. Go ahead. Keep it going. I guess while you're here, you'll get a quick sangria lesson. All right, so apple, because we're going to throw that in the cup. La la la. Okay, so mental health Q&A. Jamel Burton is in the bathroom. Men, let us know what you're working on. We talk about relationships. What's your best quality in a person? He says, you don't cook, but you make a cool sangria.
You gotta know how to do one or
Look,
the other.
I know my place and what I'm good at. I'm always good at bartending and bringing the alcohol. And you can cook for me, and this is what it is.
And she has a legit sangria. She has.
I got the ENJ.
Contra. She has the peach schnapps.
Peace out.
Hi, baby.
We over here listening to jumping.
That was this is Apple Music playlist, just to let you guys know. So
a little bit of Destiny Child.
A little bit.
Did you want a sangria?
I don't know, girl. That might be too sweet for me. But I'll take a little bit of this.
Thank you. Let me get your glass.
I gotta finish. Guys, I'm trying to sugar. I gotta wake up tomorrow. I gotta. Oh shoot! The dog's like, no, you're not.
He said, "Who the fuck is you punching?" Humor is an important quality. I agree. If y'all can't laugh at each other, what the fuck y'all doing together?
Yeah. It's always funny. Like, I was like, one of my celebrity crushes, if I were to have a celebrity crushes, is Will Ferrell. And just because
Ew, what?
I feel like he would make me laugh 24/7.
But out of all that, like you want like Mike Epps or Kevin Hart? You said Will Ferrell.
No, Will Ferrell, because I feel like Mike.
We all seen his ass on camera, and it's nasty.
No, but listen, I feel like Mike Epps and Kevin Hart could be disrespectful with it. Will Ferrell probably like, oh, my queen. This is my queen.
He said, I'm Trinidad, so cooking ain't a problem. Okay. I don't like spice, though. I know that's fucked up. Let me come up here so you can see us.
She has a habit a little turned down, but you know, some men like to cook.
I mean, that's great. That's what I'm saying. I hope. Here.
Some men like to cook, so you know, if you're one of those, y'all can balance each other. She can make the cocktail, you can cook the drink.
Got you. Oh, big.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Happy Tuesday.
What cities are you guys in? Answer all these questions.
They wanted to know where y'all at.
Good sex, great intellect, having fun, and being. That's a lot of stuff.
Hold up.
Not a fat booty too.
Having fun and being there when things get thin and when things are like, y'all, fat booty, thick. Okay. Good sex, great intellect, having fun, being there when things get thin. I mean, that's all the perfect match for real.
Okay, nig.
We need to change that username.
Yes.
All right, so
California.
We just throwing some apples.
She's creative. Oh, this is a little cocktail.
Cardio and cocktails.
We got the music playing in the background.
California, Miami.
How is the dating scene that you guys? So I don't believe in a dating scene to a city rather than what you attract from that city.
Well, I attract not a goddamn thing in Vegas.
Because you didn't want to.
Pretty much. That shit's crazy. People are weird as fuck out here.
But that's her mindset going into Vegas. Is people are weird.
No, it wasn't my mindset.
No. But
I was trying to find it when I got here, and then you saw the growth.
Yes,
you see the growth. Here is
so you had
worthy.
To trickle down from that. Where
I haven't met that whole connection. Yeah, I meet a lot of creative people, but I don't meet that connection. I haven't met that emotional.
But that's because you're elevating to that
connection.
Right. And you know, Vegas, I don't know if you guys know this, is a very transient town. So it's very likely that she can align with somebody in Vegas. Doesn't mean he lives here, but she can align. We're in Vegas. Las Vegas, Nevada.
Nevada.
And it's 100 degrees here. It's about probably like 80 right now, and it's almost 10 p.m. So
I think it doesn't matter where you guys are, because if you have a connection with each other,
100%.
It doesn't matter how far away you are, because I know people that can be apart and be fine, but people that are together hate each other, that are together every fucking day. You know what I mean?
100%.
So you never know. Just don't rob yourself of those experiences. Yes, proper exchange of all that energy. Make sure you're putting it in the right places.
100%.
Let yourself live. Don't put yourself in this bubble. Don't think you don't deserve happiness. Don't think that you don't deserve to have self-love for yourself. And don't think that that you're perfect, that you don't need fucking help with your mental health. You might. Unless you grew up in fucking a picket fence.
No, it doesn't make a difference. It's health. And everybody can use alignment.
Them motherfuckers are more fucked up than us, for real.
I mean, 100%. So, you know, it's health. Like, we all transition our diets at some point. We transition our gym workout. We transition our occupation, whatever we consider to be. We always evolve. So, I mean, that's health. Health is evolution. She went here and cooked a cocktail. She didn't grab a drink. She cooked the cocktail. Y'all pretty in the face of us.
Yeah, we do have to sort through a lot, because everyone's just there for the fucking.
Well, thank you.
They just think that they can talk to you any type of way because you're pretty. You know what I said? I said, if I was an ugly bitch, would you try to talk to me the same way? Would you feel entitled to talk to me in certain ways if you thought I was ugly, right?
I think that like, we don't realize how mental it is. Like, have you ever realized the strip club, the ones who make the most money are the older ones? Because the ish is mental. is mental. So I feel like, you know how somebody was like, oh, he's with me because
I ain't
he
never
likes this
seen
and
no
the
old
third.
bitches in the strip club.
That
better than the fucking.
No, go to Delilah's, girl. I'm like, how old are you really? 40. These 40-year-old women are making more money than the 25-year-old or the 20-year-olds.
It's not an AC, bitch.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about AC.
Talking about cheerleaders.
I'll talk about the. I shouldn't even say any names, but I'll talk about other strip clubs. But yeah, if you go to these women, it's mental. It's a mental game. No loyalty in long distance relationships. Same thing as homeless. What?
What is he talking about homeless?
What are you talking about homeless? Like, I'm so confused.
No loyalty in long distance relationship. I mean, honestly, if you don't have to fucking, fuck somebody new every day, you can have a long distance relationship, I think, maybe. I never really had one though.
I did. As the only, like, I think that.
But the fact that, like we said, like, we're okay abstaining from sex.
Yeah.
It's not a problem for us.
No.
So if I have to abstain from sex and I see you once or twice a month, like,
they were mentally engaging. Like, even my husband, like, I know that he is very full, like, he travels a lot. So
cheers.
She probably, I want to try. Can I try some of this? I'm gonna be the test.
I mean, it's just all alcohol.
Oh, that's good. That's dangerous. I'm glad I did not have that. That's dangerous.
All right, y'all. We appreciate y'all being here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining in on our mental health talk.
And I feel like it was interesting because it was mainly men. I feel like men have to be the ones who are constantly on our mental health to express themselves, because I'm all into like mental, but like speaking and expressing, like you said, like one thing that you said is really important is you have to let it out somewhere.
Right.
So it's just knowing how to let it out. And you guys are taught that, I know this, oh my gosh. You guys are taught that it's like not man-like to express your emotions. Oh, his biological female wife while traveling, and he used to get.
Sorry, bye.
Like.
He said there's some big wine glasses. Enjoy your Tuesday, yeah. They're not big, it's just the perception, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe
they are big. Girl, these are huge.
Are they?
We had 2 glasses of wine, which was the bottle. But in our perception, is why life is about perception.
That it is. Yeah, I think the talking about it has been healing for me. The whole podcast has been a healing experience for me, which I didn't know that I needed, honestly.
We all and that's why it's so important to talk about it, to be with like-minded individuals who have that same type of like mentality. Like, this is where I'm going. This is where you're going.
That's why I had to get her back on here, because she's so positive.
I love life, and I'm gonna put my social media so they can follow you.
Make sure you follow at. Tell them your social media. Jamie Lab.
Jamila B. Jamila B. Oh, Jamila B on Instagram. Jamila B on Instagram, and Dance Fit Experiences on YouTube, but that's just for promotional purposes right now. So
perfect. Appreciate y'all being here. Make sure you're subscribed. And make sure you're working on your health. Thanks for stopping in, Hustle. Appreciate y'all for taking time out your Tuesday. Whatever you got to do this month, it is June 1st, so get on it. Set some goals for either financial wealth, mental wealth, physical.
And create it, manifest it.
Emotional, relationship, whatever you got to work on. It starts with you. What are we doing, a pic or a live?
I'm just going to do like a little story, like a hands-free story.
Can I exit this first?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Say bye, Jamie. Jamie Lab.
It was so nice talking to you guys, and amazing that it was mostly men, but I'm in love with this conversation. Mental health, we have to constantly be aware of it.
Until next time, peace.